So, what are some of the things that can clutter you mentally? One of the first things is time. Think about how often you are thinking about the time you have, the time you don't have, or the time you wish you had. The time that you're hoping to have later never seems to happen and never seems to show up. You never can find it, and then you're constantly in your mind about the time. That is going to block you energetically. It's going to hold you back. It's going to slow you down. You're not going to be as efficient. You're not going to be as productive. And it's really going to get you to the point that can lead you to burnout and fatigue. The more you are realistic with yourself, the easier it is for you to start figuring out what that next step is so you can do something different. Look at where you're bullshitting. Look at it. With emotional clutter, right? You can have things or people or an idea that you're holding on to. You're not willing to let that go. You're not ready to let that go because of the emotion that is tied to it. So it could be a thing, it can be a person, it can be an idea that you are emotionally tied to, and you're not at a place where you're even willing to let it go. Emotional clutter will keep you in the past. It can very much keep you in the past of oh well, this is how it felt, and let me just stay right there. You go back to when you had that. Oh well, back during this time of my life, everything was great. Like your responsibilities are different now. You're different now. If you're holding on to clothes from like when you were like 20 years old and you're like 30, 40, like, I mean, why are you holding on to that? Are you wearing it? You can have a couple of t-shirts or something, but like if your closet is overfilled and your dresser drawers are overfilled with stuff from decades ago, it's like, how is that? What is the emotional tie to those items? And are you holding on to the item because you're using it, because of the functionality of it, or are you just holding on to it because of the feeling of it? It makes you feel good because it reminds you of those things. But how is that blocking you energetically? Well, now you are taking up space with the past. You're taking up space in your current environment with items with items, right, that are harnessing emotions from the past. But most of the time, it's like if you're not letting things go and you're holding all these things in your physical space, look at the emotions that's connected to it, and it's blocking you energetically because things hold on to energy. And if you want to bring new things into your life, if you want things to shift, you need to clear those things out in your physical space, in your emotional space, and in your mental space.